When this dog was separated from his owners, he went to great lengths to be reunited with them. What he did left many in tears. In the search for greener pastures, people do many things. Some seek opportunities abroad through schooling, while others break rules and illegally cross over to another country, as the woman in this story did. Jennifer and her sister Claren grew up together in Venezuela, but decided to seek greener pastures in Mexico. They made all necessary arrangements to move, but when everything was set, they couldn't bear to leave Tommy, their dog, behind. A few months prior, Tommy was a stray wandering the streets of Venezuela. Despite harsh weather and bad living conditions, Tommy was brave and resilient. When Jennifer and Claren found him, he had sores all over his feet. They took him to the veterinarian where they learned he had a deadly bacterial infection. Neither Jennifer nor Claren believed Tommy would survive, but he did. The moment they picked him up, it was as if Tommy knew they were giving him a second chance at life, and he decided to fight. After receiving proper care, Tommy was as healthy as can be, and the trio formed a strong bond. Tommy went everywhere with Jennifer and Claren, and he slept between them every night. Jennifer had grown so accustomed to sleeping next to Tommy that she found it difficult to fall asleep without him by her side. How could they leave behind such an important part of their lives? Initially, Claren was hesitant about traveling with Tommy. She worried about potential inconveniences. What if they were denied entry to certain places because of him? What if he fell ill on the way? However, Jennifer reassured her, saying, "Tommy has always been a good boy. He will do just fine." With their minds made up, they made all the necessary preparations and set out on their journey. Reflecting on the trip, the women shared, "Tommy was very understanding. During the journey, when we had plenty to eat, he enjoyed the moment. And when there was little, he was patient. He didn't get to eat his favorite foods, but from the way he wagged his tail, we could tell he was just happy we didn't leave him behind," said Jennifer. According to Claren, Tommy understood that they were moving far from home and embraced the adventure with a sweet disposition. However, their journey hit a snag at the border of Mexico. Border Patrol agents stopped Jennifer and Claren, and Tommy sensed their predicament, starting to bark. Despite being shushed away by the officers, Tommy remained vigilant, keeping a safe distance but never taking his eyes off his beloved humans. "I was so scared for Tommy," Jennifer said. "He was confused and restless." The situation escalated when the officers informed the women that they would be taken to the nearest border station. Jennifer waved at Tommy, asking him to come with them, but the officers bluntly refused, saying, "He isn't going with us." Jennifer was shocked. "Who will take care of him? What will he eat? Where will he sleep?" She almost screamed, but the officers showed no sympathy. "You should have thought of all that before bringing him along," one of them remarked. Tommy could sense that they were about to be separated, and he began barking incessantly. His cries were heart-wrenching, as if he were pleading with the officers to change their minds and let him stay with Jennifer and Claren. Unfortunately, the Border Patrol agent remained unmoved. The women were asked to enter the van, and as soon as the engine started, Tommy dashed towards the vehicle, running around it in a panic. Jennifer and Claren described it as the first time they had seen fear in Tommy's eyes. Despite their attempts to calm him, Tommy continued to chase the van as it drove away, not giving up until it was out of sight. As Jennifer and Claren watched helplessly, all they could do was scream, "We are going to come back for you, baby. Please be strong." The officers callously told them that they would never see Tommy again, claiming that someone else would take better care of him. But was that fair? Animals have rights too, and Tommy didn't deserve to be separated from his family. After Jennifer and Claren were taken to the border station, they were detained and later released, pending a hearing before an immigration judge. Throughout this ordeal, their thoughts were consumed by worry for Tommy. They feared the worst and doubted they would ever see their beloved dog again. However, Tommy refused to give up on his human friends. He miraculously crossed the border back to Venezuela, retracing their journey in search of them. This determined pup visited all the places they had stopped on their way to Mexico, including shelters they had visited. Although he didn't find them there, he persisted in his search. Meanwhile, Jennifer and Claren reached out to Unificio, a team dedicated to reuniting lost dogs with their owners. They shared Tommy's story and were promised assistance in finding him. The team posted pictures of Tommy on social media, where the post received an overwhelming response. Many people shared the post, hoping to help reunite Tommy with Jennifer and Claren. Others messaged Unificio, claiming to have seen the dog in their neighborhood. One person wrote, "I saw this dog a few days ago. He looked so worried and sad. I hope you find him soon." The dog seemed to be searching for something or someone, glancing at everyone he encountered. A few days later, Tommy visited one of the restaurants where he and his owners had stopped to eat, and something heartwarming occurred. The restaurant owner recognized Tommy immediately, took him in, and gave him plenty of food. He then contacted the Unificio team, saying, "I have Tommy now and I will keep him safe. Please feel free to pick him up as soon as you can. He is a sweet dog." The team contacted Jennifer and Claren, and the next day they went to the restaurant to reunite with Tommy. The hour-long drive felt like an eternity to Jennifer, who was eager to see Tommy, tell him how much she missed him, and shower him with love. Finally, the car arrived at the restaurant, and everyone stepped out. As Jennifer and Claren called out for Tommy, he heard their voices and immediately recognized them. He responded to their calls with excitement and joy, knowing that he was about to be reunited with his beloved owners. Filled with excitement, Tommy dashed out of the restaurant and came face to face with his beloved owners just as they were about to enter. It was an emotional moment, and neither Jennifer nor Claren could hold back their tears. Tommy wagged his tail happily, overjoyed to be reunited with his human mothers. It was a beautiful sight as Tommy expressed his happiness by barking and running around the area. Despite falling at one point, he quickly got up and continued his joyful antics. "I am so proud of him. I'm glad he didn't give up and searched for us. We will never take his loyalty for granted," Jennifer said. For the rest of the day, Tommy refused to leave Jennifer's side. It was evident that the dog had missed her deeply, and the feeling was mutual. Jennifer made up for lost time by snuggling with her beloved dog and showering him with kisses. "I am so proud of you. You are the best dog in the world," Jennifer told Tommy as she hugged him tightly. Many people who heard Tommy's story were deeply moved. One person wrote, "I cried so much because of this tale of love and loyalty. Thanks to the people who helped on social media, I'm so glad this furry boy was finally reunited with his owners. He taught us the true meaning of friendship, loyalty, and true love. Thank you." Another person shared, "I have a confession. This video made me cry, and I had a lump in my throat. There is no other living being more loyal than dogs. The pup's strong desire to be reunited with his family touched my heart. I'm so glad that he succeeded in the end. I hope they take care of him and value him." Jennifer and Claren later appeared in court and were deported. They returned home with Tommy by their side. In an interview, the women expressed their willingness to consider relocating again, but this time they would do so legally. Most importantly, they were grateful that Tommy had found his way back to them. "I think dogs are the most amazing creatures. They give unconditional love," Jennifer concluded. I hope you enjoyed this story. Please subscribe to the channel for more. See you soon.